Okay, so it is Monday, February 7th, 2022. And today we're going to be talking about creating content that connects and converts. This is something that I've noticed on our team, just in our team chat, but also with individual conversations. This keeps coming up over and over and over and over again. So I figured, why not do a team call on it? So before we get started, I'm going to do some announcements. And actually, let me get up my slides because I think I have the announcements in the slides. It's going to be super short. I'll do my best to keep it nice and brief, but I do want to take some time to do an activity with you guys. So if you don't have pen and paper, like go grab some because you're going to need to write things down. I want this to be useful for you all. I don't want it to be something where you listen and learn and say, this is great. And then tomorrow when you go to implement, you're like, like what am I doing? Okay, I was going to share my screen. That's what, and I forgot to share it. Here we go. Okay. There we go. Yay. Okay. First off, I want to shout out on our team, Nikki, Anne, and Ashley for hitting Success Club last month. You guys did amazing. I know sometimes, I know some of you guys are doing some end of the month pushes, but trust me when I say Success Club is worth it. And that is what's going to get that snowball rolling. And just like anything, and we're going to talk about it a little bit tonight, if it's new to you, it might be uncomfortable and it might not feel as simple or easy, or people say it's not so bad. It takes some routine and getting used to. But once you do, it is that is hands down the biggest business builder, is getting into the routine of adding at least 3 people every single month. So shout out to you guys. Cheers. If anyone else has any other shout outs they want to do, put it in the chat. You guys have been doing just awesome. I just love the vibe, love the energy on our team right now. Makes me so happy. Okay, so we're going to jump right into announcements. So the first one is our Fit in February team challenge is well underway in BOD groups. So if you are not in there engaging, get in there. I did take 10 minutes today to do it. I don't even think I got to all of the posts because so many people were checking in. And I am so excited that the energy is really high. So in order to keep that up, it is up to us to go in there, make sure that we're being super intentional and that we're cheering our people on, but also make sure to comment on a couple other people's as well. So definitely go and find your girls and show them some love because they want to see you. But if you have a couple minutes and you can show some love to other women in that page, I know personally how good it feels when people cheer me on. So if we could just keep spreading that and show our new ladies, this is what our community is about and they can do it too. It's just going to keep that ball rolling. Also share on your social media. Make sure to take little screenshots. And I typically, if people are saying I lost 2 pounds or whatever, I felt so good after my first workout, I'll crop their name out. And I'll put it on my stories to kind of create some FOMO for all the people that we've been talking to that were on the fence and didn't jump on the boat. I want you guys to get in that habit of sharing every day, just little bits and pieces of what is going on in our group, how exciting it is, and how much fun we are having. Right. Number 2, I don't know if you guys saw, but the Diamond Push group has been announced in Team Heart and Hustle. I don't think there's an official title of what we're calling it yet, but this is for people that are serious about wanting to run their business. And myself, Cassie, Dana, Brooke, and Rebecca are leading this because all of us have teams and we have big goals this year to really help you guys get to Diamond, which is going to help our teams get to 5-star elite and beyond. So, and it's also going to be a really nice push because in order to get invited to our Diamond retreat that will be announced very soon, it'll be happening November 10th through the 13th this year you have to be diamond. So might as well just knock it out of the park. Do it early on. You're going to get to that highest team cycle bonus when you hit diamond and when you have more people on your team. Unlike when you're emerald and you only have two, you're going to have more volume because there's more people ordering, preferred customers and coaches. So we want to get you guys there for so many good reasons. To be in this group, you do have to apply. You must be an active emerald coach. So that means you're active with 50 volume. Both coaches on your left leg and your right leg are active with 50 volume, and you must hit SC this month in order to get there. It is February 7th. We have 21 days left this month. I'm really hoping that this presentation can kind of help you guys and just like creating content because a lot of people, they won't answer. Even if you invite them or ask them questions or, you put those polls up, they won't answer, but they are watching and they will watch you every single day until they decide to sign up. And they want to see how consistent you guys are. So I hope this is helpful to help us get to those goals. And then the last announcement for our team, we're doing a coach happy hour, basically a sneak peek, but I think happy hour just sounds more fun and cheery. We're doing that next week, Tuesday, in place of our team call. So there will be no team call for our team on Monday. I think Heart and Hustle is doing a call. If you want to go on, have at it. I am not. I will be sleeping because on Tuesday, there's going to be 4 of us that are going to be presenting in our Coach Sneak Peek Facebook group. So stay tuned for more information on that. But if you guys have your pen and paper now, mark your calendars for that day because you're going to want to invite to that. I invite to some sort of challenge or group opportunity every month and a coach sneak peek event every single month. And I've been doing it every single month for a very long time. And that's how you guys are going to grow your team, is getting people into the challenges, getting them results, and then sharing the coaching opportunity with them. So any questions? I'll peek at the chat super quick. Mass connecting. Oh my gosh, makes me so excited too. It can be a PC on each too, right? Oh yeah, Nikki, Emerald, it could be preferred customers. Like you could be diamond and have all, well, no, you can't, all preferred customers except for your 2 emeralds. So you do need 1 coach on your left and right leg. That's an emerald, but the rest can be PCs, which is super cool. Super cool. So easy to have those conversations now compared to when I was starting and people are like, but I don't want a coach. You're like, no, but it's for you can do it for the discount. Okay. All right. So our agenda for tonight, why do we create content? What do I share? Oops, I forgot the E. My top tips, which are kind of weaved throughout, and then just some resources at the end. I know I put this picture up because it's one of the professional pictures I got of me. If you guys like have any professional pictures, family pictures, or even a friend that like wants to grow their photography business, link up with them and be like, hey, I'm trying to like get some more pictures. You want to like, I can shout you out or like, just, I don't know. It's a fun thing to start thinking of, is like getting pictures to create content. But first, why do we do this? Why is this so important? It is so we can genuinely connect with our audience so that they can see themselves in our stories. People are so tired of being sold to. 10 years ago, when you could post Shakeology cups and people would join and buy, like those days are long and gone. People are immune to that. The new way of marketing, is the best way I guess I can say it, is really sharing yourself, because people are not just buying the products, they are buying why you do it. And then our social media is our storefront. I'm going to say that quite a few times tonight. And since we don't have a brick and mortar business, we got to let people know we're open for business. So we can't just post once and sit there and think that people will come to us. They're not going to know what you're up to. Or if you post once and then you never post about it again and only post pictures of your kids or your dogs or your cats, like they're cute, but like, are you still doing this coaching thing? Like, what is that all about? When you make the decision to coach and run this business, you are making the decision to transform your social media platform into a place where you are serving other people and you're sharing your story authentically. Now, what social media platform you choose, that is up to you. Personally, I use Instagram and Facebook and I have them linked. TikTok is the new big and hot thing that everyone's talking about. Played around with it. Maybe eventually I'll get there. I don't know. But if you feel more comfortable using one versus the other, start there and then play around with the other one. Like where you guys start or where you guys want to kind of start marketing, like doesn't really matter to me as much. I just think the Instagram to Facebook personally like works the best because everything I post on Instagram goes to Facebook. And since I've had my Facebook for like ever, I know a lot of people on there. So I feel like I'm just kind of double dipping into two different groups of people, which has been really nice. Okay. So when you are creating your content, ask yourself, these are the 3 questions I want you guys to start asking yourself because we'll get into that. Is it helpful? Is it hopeful? And is it healing? I was going to share a little bit of a story. So when I started in 2018, I really started coaching in 2019 was when I started posting. It was really for accountability. And it was great because I shared my transformation pictures. I shared just how good I was feeling because I was feeling so good that I had no idea what I was doing. I had 0 posting strategy. I had 0 posting schedule. All I knew was, okay, post every day and show up in your stories. That's what like my coach told me. What I did is I kind of just watched what she was doing and I was like, okay, I'm going to do that too. I'm just going to share every day like how I'm feeling. So I just started taking pictures with my kids. I take pictures after my workout. I would showcase my transformation photos a lot, which is kind of like for me, like one of my niche is my weight loss story. That's what I really, really connect with people on. But in the very, very beginning, I want to be super clear that probably for the first year, even maybe past that, and I hit diamond at the very end of my first year and was doing pretty well. There was no such thing as a posting strategy. Like I did not have anything that I am doing now. It is definitely transformed with the personal development that I've listened to, things that I have learned, things that I've tried, and things that I have noticed even recently in coaching and how social media has changed from 2019 to now, where I felt like doing that maybe in 2019 was really good. Like people were super inspired by that. But now if you search like hashtag weight loss, there are 80 gazillion accounts. They are everywhere. So what's going to make you stand out? And that is how much valuable content are you providing? So when you are creating content, is it helpful to someone? Is it hopeful? Is it inspiring? Is it healing? So when you are sharing something, is it to share to be like, look at me, which guys, that was me. I'm not gonna lie, that was me. I was sharing and it felt good. People were liking my stuff, and I was like, look at me, look at how awesome I'm doing. And I mean, yeah, I had the hopes to inspire someone. But recently there's just been this shift from everything that I've been listening to and hearing. And there's like, oh, okay. In order to really be successful in growing your social media, you really have to think about serving because people will come. And if it's the same old same that they've seen 80 other Beachbody coaches do, they're going to become immune to it. What's going to make you stand out? How are you going to specifically serve your person? And that's what our activity is going to be tonight, is kind of thinking about that, because I'm in the same boat as you guys. Like I am like really challenging my thinking every single day now when I create a piece of content. It's not to just slap something up there, because that's kind of how I roll. I'm a very free spirit. I just kind of like, this is what's on my heart, put it up there. I'm really thinking like, okay, how would this have been helpful to Brooke in 2016 when she first started her weight loss journey? Like, what would she have thought of this post? Or how will this help the person that I would love to have on my team? You know, our team is going to be elite this year. Like, who am I talking to? Who am I looking for? Who am I searching for? How am I going to help inspire that person to want to work with me? Some things that you can do when you're creating your content is use a well-lit picture of you. Just some tips. I use the app Lightroom. It is free. I highly recommend like downloading it now. If you don't have it, it's amazing. And you girls that have been here for a while, definitely like chat in the comments too, like share whatever apps that you have. But I use presets. Again, I didn't use presets for forever. I think it was after our diamond retreat in 2020 when someone was like, blah, 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 presets. And I'm like, huh? I swear I'm the last one that at the table to learn stuff. Like it seems like I know all these things, but when I'm with like the group of people I started coaching with, I'm always like, oh yeah, okay. So they helped me download the app. You can go onto Etsy, you can search for presets, and it basically just takes your picture from looking like normal to, ooh, like it's really eye-catching. Use the app layout. This is what I use for very clean transformation photos. So when you're making your transformation photos, try to not have like too many words on it, or like graphics. Again, I can pull up some real fun posts. There's one that I have that's like before Shakeology, after Shakeology, and like it was a bunch of pictures. I meant well. I meant well. When you know better, you do better. I would not recommend doing before and after Shakeology slapped on your picture or even any words. Try to make it just like look really clean, and eye-catching. Avoid Beachbody lingo. And again, a lot of these things are things that I have done. So it's not like I'm sitting here like, don't do this, don't do that. But you really, 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 in order to connect, which is the topic is creating content that connects, Beachbody is something that a lot of people are kind of tuned out to. Like you want people to connect to you. So even saying like Beachbody coach, like I don't say that. I'll say coach or health and wellness coach. I don't use the word Beachbody. I really try to avoid any lingo. Like go juice is my thing. And I can't even tell you how many messages I get in my DM that are like, what's that go juice? And it is like the perfect lead into a conversation because we're connecting on something. Like you have a need, like you're tired. I'm tired. This stuff works. Instead of saying like, try this Beachbody Energize. Like people would be like, yeah, she's trying to sell me, on to the next. Post on your feed daily. So I highly, highly, highly recommend whether you're using Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, to post daily. Now, I know in our group coach chat, I said I'm going to try to post 2 to 5 reels a day. It's a little experiment I'm doing. I know, overwhelming, because in the world of social media, the like TikTok thing is like the biggest right now, and Instagram is really trying to mirror that and model that. So they are showcasing reels more than they are showcasing static posts. So if you ask me any more questions on that, I ain't got it. I basically just listen to people that have grown their social media and that are running successful businesses and that are creating content that connects and converts, because that's the key thing too. There's a lot of people out there that are creating amazing content that are viral and influencers, and who knows like what they're doing as far as like the income side of it. So I'm listening to people that are like, hopefully, like I know like Melanie and Katie are definitely two that I listen to a lot, and they grew very successful coaching businesses. So, but if you're using Instagram Reels, that's how you're going to get more eyes on your profile. So get familiar with it. Again, we all start somewhere. I've been doing it for a year, and it's been a learning curve. So, but I highly recommend, like, if anything, start with one post, something every single day, and then in your story about 5 to 6 times a day, because your feed is like your storefront. That's where people like the pretty pictures, the eye-catching, you know, post, comments, like that stuff. That's what's getting people in. And then when you're posting on your stories, and you have to post like pretty much every single day so they can see that little blue circle up there, they're going to go in there and look and be like, what is this girl all about? And see what you're sharing. And they're going to kind of decide from there, like, oh, is this someone that I could connect with or not? So that's why the two are super important and go together. I hope you guys are following me. All right. This one I'm super excited for. So this is an inner circle activity that I did when I was in my mentorship with Micah Folsom. You can look her up on YouTube too. I'm like a YouTube podcast junkie. And we're not going to go through this whole thing, but this is the activity that I did want to do before we wrapped up, because I want you guys to walk away with like something and not just feel overwhelmed. Okay. Oh, see if I can make this look better. Okay, that's all we really need. Can you guys all see that? Yes, maybe. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Nikki. Okay, we're gonna do a little niche brain dump. Now, there's a lot of words out there. Avatar, niche. If you go like to the past 3 national wake up calls, they're all about talking to your avatar or your niche and your social media. So if you guys have not watched those, like they're going to give you so much gold in those calls. But tonight for an activity, we're going to do a brain dump and really just start thinking about pieces of content that you guys can talk about to your audience. So everyone, I want you to get out your pen and paper. I'm going to do this too. Because this is something that isn't going to stay forever. It might change, and it'll change as you change and you grow in your business. So I want you to make, we're going to do like 4 to 5 categories, or you can just start writing. If you just start writing and then categorize it at the end, I don't know if that helps, whatever works for your brain. If you want to make like 4 little columns, or if you want to just start throwing things down and then put them into categories. But when you are thinking of your niche and what's going to kind of make you stand out, you really want to be super duper specific and get clear on who you are serving. So how do you want people to feel when they come to your page? And you guys can start writing. What do you want them to learn? What do you want them to take away? Do you want them to learn healthy recipes, or what is it? And it can be outside of health and fitness too, you guys. If you guys are really crafty, really organized, like what are things that you are super duper passionate about? Think about your person and what are their struggles? What are their hopes and dreams? And how can what you're doing serve them? What is the opportunity that you have that can help them? I like to always say, think about who you were before you decided to sign up. Like, what caught your eye with your coach? Like, what made you start thinking? Because you guys are here. So, there was something that happened that aligned or clicked in your brain. And I want you to start creating your story. That's the person that you are going to start talking to. And as you are writing this down, we're really going to narrow it down to a couple topics that you are going to talk about on a consistent basis. And you might feel like a robot or like a record player, like you're saying the same message over and over again. But that's what you should be doing. You should be saying it over and over again, because that's what the algorithm likes. They like seeing that pattern, and people are going to be waiting and looking for that content. So I'm going to give you guys about like 4 or 5 minutes. If you want to put anything in the chat too, if you have any questions, let's do like 4 minutes and just start writing, just start brain dumping, and then we will wrap it up after that. Sound good? Okay, I'm going to mute myself too. I totally stopped sharing. My bad. My bad. How'd that go for you guys? Oh, yeah. Does anyone want to share in the comments some things you came up with or unmute? I'm totally cool with that.
I can share a little bit. Hey guys. Okay, Ashley, first of all, you're cracking me up. Okay. I hope you got your kids down. Okay. So I put in there, like, I really want, what attracts me is like laughter, because I think like the world is so hard some days. Like it's just like we're in a really heavy spot in the world. So for me, like when someone comes to my page, I put like laughter, a break from life, uplifting. Um, and then I just said like some of my niches are like I'm a medically complex. I'm a mom to a medically complex child, a special needs mom, a corgi mom, dog mom, like, so I just started listing off a lot of those. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to like get, I put like self-discovery journey. I have a whole list here. I won't like name them all off, but the biggest thing for me, I think, is like laughter, because that's what really, really attracts me to other people.
I love that. And like when you think about what you're attracted to, like you can really hone in that and get like nitty gritty, like deeper and deeper. Like what kind of sense of humor do you have? Like what like makes you laugh versus like somebody else that maybe it won't make them laugh. Like what do you find enjoyable? Because then you're going to start connecting with people that have that same sort of sense of humor and that sort of sense of um like spark in life, which like when you have that genuine connection, oh my gosh, it's going to just feel so much better when you have conversations and then they'll see all the other pieces. So thank you for sharing, because I think that is amazing. And I love funny content too. And people can get real wrapped up, like sitting there just like watching and listening to funny things. So I love that. Thanks, Nikki. Does anyone else want to share? I can share mine. As I was doing this, it's interesting the things that you learn every single time. Like once you feel like you nail something, then you're like, "Ooh, oh, that's something I could do too." Because one of my biggest things is weight loss. Like that's just a huge thing. And again, that can be very broad. So all of the topics I want you guys to kind of look at your own, see like what's broad. What did you write down? Like I even put like I'm a mom and wife, like which is great. Those are great things, but what kind of a mom are you? Like, what's your stance on parenting? Like, are you into non toxic living, or are you more free range? Do you say the F word? Do you not say the F word? I don't know. There's like so many ways that you can really narrow down, like, what kind of mom are you? Like, I literally just messaged a girl tonight because she's nearby. And I'm like, I'm like, I really want to have a play date with you. I hope it doesn't sound weird because I know like you see my page and we've talked about beach body, but like we both have 3 kids. We both swear, but we both love Jesus. I'm like, I really want to hang out. And she's like, yes, please. So I don't, maybe I'll never sell to her. Like maybe she never buys anything. That's fine. But like, it feels so good when you have those like genuine relationships and you find those people that you're like, whoa, that's my person. Um, if you are, oh, like weight loss, I was saying weight loss, that's another big one. Like if that's part of your story, and since we're all in the health and fitness world, like what is your personal stance? Like we're all doing these workouts, which is great. We can talk about 20 to 30-minute workouts until we're blue in the face, but like, were you into fitness before? What was your goal? Like, did you want to tone up? My story is that I was never the fitness girl. Never in a million years. I always battled with my weight. And when I was looking for something for my weight loss, I did not want to be super restrictive. I wanted to eat pizza and tacos. So I talk about that all the time. Like how I lost weight was still eating pizza. Like, because I don't do any of the restrictive things. Another person could come in and be like, they're into keto. they're a coach, keto's their thing. They're really good at keto hacks. That could be kind of like your niche too, or that's your thing that you share about. So I want you guys to start thinking about that. Like, what is your unique stance on the things that you have written down on your paper? And really just start taking it and breaking it down. And that's where you're going to write your stories and pull your content from. So I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. We're pretty much done, I think, after this. Okay. I hope that was helpful for you guys. Let me know if getting that out. That's why I connected with you, Brooke. We all connected because we're bad moms. I love it. Unite. Free range. Okay. Here are just a couple examples I wanted to show you guys. So, and I can share these slides as well, so you can get the link of the Micah's like activity. If you guys ever feel stuck and you need to do something, do that. It is incredible. But I want you guys to just start thinking about clean, bright, sharing different sides of you. It doesn't have to just be transformations. But your kids are okay to share too. I'm not saying never share your kids, but make sure it's a part of your story and not the only thing you're sharing. How can you create catchy titles to get people pulled into? Again, think when you're writing something, would this attract me or would I scroll by? Here's a couple more examples. I want you guys to think, what do you notice? What inspires you? Start thinking about what you would consume and just have that in your mind as you're creating. Like, is this something that I would stop and read? Or is this something I would have read 6 months ago before I joined? Would this have inspired me or would it have put me off? Sometimes I have to catch myself when I'm writing things and I'm like, that probably like I'm in some type of a mood. I need to change my wording because Brooke 3 years ago would have been put off by that. So then I have to just tweak my wording a little bit. You leaving? Love you. Bye. Okay. Oh, okay. There he goes. Third shift life. All right. Isn't this cute? I always say this quote, but I didn't know it was Yoda. The only difference between a master and a beginner is the master has failed more times than the beginner has ever tried. So you guys saw some examples. Maybe you're going around looking at what other coaches are doing, which is fine. It's totally fine to get inspiration if you need some help. But I want you to stay in your own lane. I want you to find your own unique voice when you're creating content. I don't want you to go looking at my page or other coaches on our page that are maybe running our diamond retreat group because they've been doing it for years. And like you have to start somewhere. So you can't just go from step 1 to step 100 and just expect to see results super quick. Or maybe creating content is an area that you struggle with. That is okay. Baby steps. Start getting into the habit and routine. And the more that you do it, the more confidence you're going to build in yourself, the more you're going to tweak, and you're going to keep tweaking and tweaking and tweaking until you nailed it. And then something pops up again and you're like, oh, I'm going to try this too. Or there's a new trend that pops up or whatever. And then you're relearning over and over again. But the people that looks like they've nailed it, it's only because they have been doing it longer. So you have to start doing it consistently in order to get the results that you want so you can get to that level. So don't be afraid of being a beginner, you guys. Everybody's a beginner at some point. And I want to tell you all that you are 10 steps ahead of the next person that's going to join your team and be a rock star. So when you feel like you're a beginner, you feel like you're new and you're like, oh, this is like awkward, maybe embarrassing. It's normal. We all feel that way. But there are so many other people out there that are waiting for you to share your story so that they can find their voice, find their why, find their motivation to finally get out of bed and take care of their health. Like, it could bring me to tears talking about it. I get so freaking passionate about it. So you guys got to share stories. Okay. Just a couple of resources. Love this document that we got from Christina Delgado at our training in NLC. It's the coach announcement post that she shares with her new coaches. So I'm giving it access to you guys. Yay! Love it. As you move up in leadership and you get connected with more people in the network, you get more resources, which is amazing. So she very happily shared this with all of us, talks about how to craft your post, how to make a call to action. There's some examples here. There's even more examples down here. It's really nice. So you can start looking at these. You can even copy and paste and like put your own wording to it, get some inspiration. And again, the more that you do it, the easier it's going to get. So, any questions, thoughts, concerns? I'll look at the chat real quick. Unmute yourself if you would love to chat. Hi, TJ. He's so cute. It's his birthday the 24th or 27th. Yeah, okay, because Ariana's is the 26th. I remember they were super close. I think my niece is the 24th. Nikki. Oops, I think Evie's the 24th. So many February birthdays now.
I was gonna say you're asking the wrong. I barely remember my own.
Okay.
But sure, yeah.
I've got a weird thing about numbers and birthdays. I don't remember a lot of things, but I don't know what that is. I gotta like do some study or something. Okay. Yes, presets on Etsy. Presets are awesome, man. Once you like learn how to download them and like get them on, it is like just a game changer with your picture and just makes them look clean and consistent. Yeah.
I feel like I do have a question though. So I do have Etsy and I do have Etsy. I do have presets from Etsy. I can talk tonight, I swear. And I feel like whenever, like when I look at my own like squares, I get overwhelmed, which I know like I want to change, but I feel like I nailed down some colors, right? So I have like a color scheme, but yet I notice all my clothes are very different colors. So like it just feels messy. And then I'm like, what? I don't know. It's just a thing. Like I feel like I need like someone to just like do a second look at my and like what I can do.
I mean,
yeah, just because it's like it's messy looking still, and it just doesn't. I don't feel like it's really eye catching and doesn't flow well. So, but I don't know how to change that.
I just put in the chat Angie Belmar's quiz. It's her like find your brand quiz or whatever. I did that because it helped me because I felt the same way. It did not flow. And now it really doesn't flow because of all the reels thing and but I don't even know. I'm doing a little experiment with reels. Ashley, like we'll talk about that because if waiting for your success starter email, but that's my gift to you. My success starter get a ring light. So I'm going to send you one. Okay. Sorry. I saw your little thing and I'm like, don't buy a ring light. I have to share what the gifts are for rank advancements and stuff, but I'm just waiting for your email. Okay. But yeah, that quiz was really helpful to kind of figure out colors and scheme and what your vibe is and what you're attracted to and like colors and fonts that you can use for your brand. I don't know. I thought it was fun. I did it at NLC. But I could take a peek too. I mean, I'm not a super professional, but yeah.
Thank you, honestly, because I've been struggling with that. Like I pick colors and I'm like, well, wait, I don't know if that's it. So yeah, so I'm gonna do this quiz. So thank you.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for coming on. If you have any more questions, put them in the chat. I want you guys to, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a picture of our niche brain dump or whatever you wrote, and you're gonna put it in the chat for accountability. So if you didn't do it, gotta write some stuff down. And then for the people that are watching this back, I would love for you guys to do this activity too and just start breaking things down, and we can really help each other. Like I really want this to feel like a team where we're helping each other out. Keep asking questions, you guys. Like never be afraid to. I love when I look into that group and I just see you guys helping each other out. because that's what it's going to take for you guys to get to your goals and helping each other. It just is so much more enjoyable when we're doing it as a group than staying in our own lanes. I mean, stay in your own lane where we're not comparing, but lift each other up along the way. Okay. All right. I'm going to do a quick picture. Everybody smile. That'll be fun to watch back on the YouTube video. Real life. All right, ladies, have a good night. We'll see you in the morning in the virtual gym. Bye.